Ever since I was a kid, I always thought soy sauce at Chinese restaurants, no matter where, they just taste better than soy sauce at home. Whether it's steamed fish, cheng fan, and whenever you ask them what's in the soy sauce, they tell you it's just soy sauce. You shake hands, you both know you're lying, but what can you do? Now, after extensive research, I realized soy sauce at Chinese restaurants, they're actually not really soy sauce. They are a sauce that contains soy sauce, and that's why they're so umami rich and flavorsome. The only problem is the recipe, which I'll try to post in the description, calls for so many hard to find ingredients that actually trying to do it would fail any cost-benefit analysis. But I have worked out a home version that is almost equally as good, with just a few ingredients that you could find in any supermarket, almost any supermarket, and it takes 30 minutes. Let's do it. So, what we're essentially doing is we are making a vegetable stock to dilute the soy sauce. Today, we're doing the classic mirepoix. We have some carrots, just washed, not even peeled, which would give us a lot of sweetness that you associate with the restaurant soy sauce. And just for the sake of quick cooking, we're going to cut them quite small. Extract wonderful flavors. If you don't have the time or the patience, you can even use store-bought vegetable stocks. That's how easy this recipe is. Celery. This would give some complexity to the sauce. And half an onion. So, for me, the perfect ratio is always 2 to 1 to 1 in terms of weight, not in terms of fluffy size, because you really want the sweetness from the carrots. The secret weapon for this sauce is coriander. Most importantly, coriander stalks. You might say, oh, I don't like coriander. It is one thing to dislike raw coriander, but when cooked, the flavor profile of the coriander changes completely and adds so much depth and complexity to the sauce. Try it at least once, and if you still don't like the coriander, take it out. But for me, the two only mandatory ingredients for this homemade version of the sauce are the carrots and the coriander. So, a huge chunk. You don't really need the leaves, you just want the stalks really. And you just cover this with water. One last optional ingredient. I like to add a dashi sachet to give it extra umami. But I've tried it without and it's still amazing. I would definitely not do a homemade dashi for this. If you happen to have a dashi sachet, put it in for the first 5 minutes of cooking. If not, this would do. So dashi sachet goes in and we bring this to a boil. Once it's been boiling for 3 minutes, we remove the optional dashi sachet and we lower the heat to medium-high so that the liquid would evaporate and the flavors would concentrate. And we do that for at least half an hour. After half an hour, you can tell the stock is ready by looking at the coriander, that they've lost that bright green color and imparted all those wonderful flavors into this beautiful stock. Now, what we need to do, we switch the stove off and we take a separate saucepan and we bring it to medium heat. For me, after tinkering around with different ratios, I've landed on the conclusion that 3 to 1 is the perfect ratio for this recipe. So, we're going to add 1 part light soy sauce, and we bring this to a boil just to remove the tiny bit of harshness from the soy sauce and to concentrate a bit of the sweetness. And then we'll add our magic stock. Once it starts to bubble, put a sieve and we add 3 parts of this wonderful stock. For me, I'm not fussed how dark this sauce is. If you really want to fool your guests and make this look like actual soy sauce, you can always add a small dash of dark soy sauce. And this beauty is now ready to take your steamed fish, your cheong fun, or even blanched vegetables to the next level. This is restaurant level soy sauce, my way. I really hope you enjoy. Where's my wine?